Stupid fucking Jews, go back to Israel. I did a little digging on the Goyim Defense League, and it's a total fucking scam. So earlier this week, this group called the Goyim Defense League protested in front of a synagogue, in front of Chabad Jews, and it was really something that, you know, it got a lot of news. This is up in the Jewish Journal, but Vice reported on it too. I wanted to talk a little about it because at very first it seems fake. Okay, look, there's a bunch of different kinds of different anti-Semitism out there, right? But a bunch of white dudes in sunglasses and hats saying "stupid fucking Jews, go back to Israel" and nothing more in front of a Chabad house. Chabad is the Jewish Orthodox group that they're the recruiters of the Jews. They're the ones that go out and find Jews to become more religious. And these guys are standing out there and they're screaming at them. And I'm going to show you a clip from this video. But before I get into the clip, I want to tell you where I'm going. I've done some research and I've looked into these folks. So stay to the end because I'm going to show you how this group is a total fucking scam. But first, let's watch the video.
Oh my God. Leave our country, go back to Israel. You know where you bomb Palestinian kids? Where we fund you stupid fucking Jews? $8 billion a year? You look like a horse. You look like a Jewish horse. Look at the horse.
You see how it's vapid? You see how he's just kind of screaming at them. And what struck me about this protest was exactly how vapid it is. But we'll go on.
Horse face on this Jew. Horse face Jew. Horse face Jew. Bad genetics, day sacks.
Okay, so that's not productive, right? That's not, when you do a protest, you do a protest for a reason. You do a protest with a purpose. Not too many people here. There's maybe 4 or 5 people here, 6 people, but only one speaker.
They take down 109 nations over 1,030 fucking times. Did you think you'd figure it out by now? Uh-oh, Jew. Look at this. Watch this. Holy shit. You just tried to run us over, you filthy Jew. Don't touch his car. This filthy Jew, don't touch his car. Do it, No, don't. Huh?
We should just see Kyle.
Hey, you filthy Jew piece of shit. We see you. Hey, you got foreskin.
What is the purpose of this? What is the purpose? What is the meaning? When you have a protest, when you say we're going to go out and get people to do this, you don't do this just to shout, hey, you're ugly. Hey, you're a poopy head. When you have a protest, you have a purpose. What is the purpose of this? I'll show you. So I wanted to just dig into who these people are just a little bit more. And I found some really good, interesting stuff. First of all, let's look at their website, the GoyimDefenseLeague.com. Pretty foreboding website, huh? Got pictures of Hitler on it, a swastika, 2 pictures of Hitler, a swastika. It's all black, right? It's all black. It must be dark. It must be evil. And this content on this domain is meant to educate people to a view of history that has never been shared with the general public and perhaps intentionally hidden by some very evil people who need to be held accountable for their actions. Okay. We're about to learn something, aren't we? Yeah, we're going to find out what's on this website together, you and me. And first things first, we're going to have a quote from Hitler, a quote that a lot of atheist activists know, that it's in Mein Kampf. This is a true quote. I believe today that my conduct is in accordance with the will of the Almighty Creator in standing guard against the Jew. I am defending the handiwork of the Lord, Adolf Hitler. So this guy is Christian. Let's just say that first, right? This guy is Christian. Oh my God, look at all these quotes. They must be all anti-Semitic quotes, right? Let's read them. Hitler will emerge from the hatred that surrounds him now as one of the most significant figures who ever lived. John F. Kennedy. Not wrong. To learn who rules over you, simply find out who you are not allowed to criticize. Voltaire. That's not an anti-Semitic statement. It's the Jews, man. It's always been the Jews. Michael Jackson. And the rest of these, I'm not going to read the rest of them because none of them are anti-Semitic. None of these are anti-Semitic. It is not my responsibility to police any fraternity. It is one I belong to. However, if any fraternity challenges or threatens my existence, I am obliged to and will destroy it. I am a peaceful person and do not condone violence. If I am forced into war, I will fight with my might until all current future threats are eliminated. Expect no mercy. Do you notice how that's in the first person singular? That's an I. That's the website here. That's an I. It's not our responsibility. It's not my responsibility. I am a peaceful person. It's not quoted to anybody. This is from the author of the site. We're going to have some fun today, folks, because this site is by one person. Okay, this site is being put together by a single person. So if this is the work of one man, this guy must be doing a lot of work. I mean, look at this site. Look at the size of this site. There's just a lot of stuff here. Let's look at all of it and see what we find, because I'll bet nobody actually does that. Let's look at WW2. Let's look at Hitler. Why, look at that. It's the same page. Look at WW2. Look at the Holocaust. Look at communism. Look at Jews, Israel. Look at Jews, Jews. Look at Jews, patriots. Look at politics, politics. The only thing that's changing is the videos on the side. There is no content anywhere on this site. There's no content. There's on GoyimDefenseLeague.com. There's nothing bad on here about the Jews. There's nothing critical about the Jews. There's no meat at all on this entire so many page site. Nothing. It's all one page, put together to look like it's much bigger than it is, referencing the first person singular on the page. So, let's find out about this guy, John Minadeo II. We find out from his Wikipedia that, oh look, he's a high school dropout who lived with his mom for a while, and now he's just moved to Florida, where he probably needs money. He probably needs money because he just moved to Florida. Now, if you were one guy and you had one website, well, what would you do to raise some money? So let's look at the Google trends for Goyim Defense League. Now, if we go in the past 30 days, we see a very nice uptick here, right? Ooh, that's a great uptick. Guess what? That uptick completely coincides with his stunt right here. And if you go back, let's say 5 years, you see some peaks here. Look at that. Look at what this guy is doing. This is when he does his stunts. This was his biggest stunt ever. Before then, it was this stunt. He had a stunt back, let's see, if we look back at the Wikipedia page. In October 2022, he hung a huge banner above a Los Angeles highway that read, "Kanye is right about the Jews." And look at this. That was October of 2022. October of 2022 had a nice spike. In 2018, he trolled celebrities into endorsing him. If we look back here, we can see that right there. We can see that peak right there. That's when they did that. And so what I think this gentleman is doing is learning how to manipulate the press so that he can sell his stuff. Look back at his page. Look what he's doing down at the bottom. FuckTheJews.com is for sale. $16 million marked down to $10 million. You could buy it for $10 million. That's $6 million off the original asking price. Why? Because his landlord is retiring and wants his house back. Can't afford to buy or even rent a decent place around here. He put that on his website. This is one guy. This is one broke guy. One broke, dumb anti-Semite who has a website with zero meat on it anywhere. There's nothing here that complains about the Jews. There's nothing here that has, this is why I'm doing it. This is a scam to sell stuff. This is a scam to sell his stuff. This is all his money-making idea. This is how he makes his living. The only other thing that I wanted to show you was the videos. And the videos, I got to show you this. This is going to be fun. I told you this was a scam. Let's look at the videos on fuckthejews.com. Now, there's a lot of videos on here. We're going to look at some trends in these videos. First of all, I'd like you to notice that there were a lot of additions on this right before he did his stunt. Right when he did his stunt, he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 videos added. And then before that, it was a month. Before that, it was a month. Before that, it was a month. Why would you do that? Well, yeah, you want to make yourself look busy. If you're going to have a big press hit, you want to make yourself look busy. But you also want to hide stuff if you're doing that. If you're putting a lot up all at once, you're pushing something down. And that's where I kind of got a little confused, because I noticed that all these videos, none of them were from him. None of these are from this guy. They're all from other people. And so I had to click download more and go to page 2. There we are. Now we've got 2 videos from him. So he has 2 videos on this entire stream. And that's it. Okay, this is the charismatic leader of this movement, right? This is the leader. And this goes back to 2021. There are no videos from him other than those 2 back in October. I'm not going to show you this one. It's stupid. All he does in this one is he plays other people's videos. That's all it is. He plays other people's videos. I want to show you this. I'm going to play this video for you. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but I want to show you something really interesting. Look at this clip. I'm going to make sure that you can see this, that you can read this. Years ago, when HT, that's Handsome Truth, first came on the scene, I used to watch his streams and troll with the GDL on YouTube. I bought handsometruth.com before anyone else got it, and I tried to work it with Handsome Truth on it, but he and his newly formed GDL wanted nothing to do with me or my website. He and his newly formed Goyim Defense League, the group that he owns, wanted nothing to do with him. Look at this. Now here he complains about other people, but it's his website.
Really quickly, but there's this site it's called jewtruth.com.
Look at the
if
site.
You end up going to this website.
Look at the site. Look at the quotes on his site. Even the Michael Jackson quote is there. Look at the quote on his site. As far as I can tell, in this old video, which was made just a few months ago, he's criticizing his own site, pretending it's not his site.
Earlier, I'll say hi to you guys really quickly, but there's this site it's called jewtruth.com. Look, if you end up going to this website, and I believe it's also called fuckthejews.com, I did not approve any of this stuff. In fact, this is stealing my name.
He owns fuckthejews.com. He owns fuckthejews.com. This is Fuck the Jews. Where is it? This is fuckthejews.com. He owns it. But in this video, he's actually saying, oh, no, I don't own it.
And what I would use for a website if I ever did, I'm glad I don't. But just a heads up, that's some real fraudulent stuff going on right here. I don't like that someone would just take names that we use and try to bootleg them. Like, that's some weird shit. So don't know what that's about, but I don't like it. I don't like it, okay? So, yeah, these are not something that I have checked over, so I don't know what it is, but just a heads up. We didn't make that, so, you know, I'm not vouching that, and I don't think that's cool using my stuff without asking me, so I think that's kind of lame. Let's see, we've got 344 people watching right.
He just spews intellect, doesn't he? So he appears to be one guy who is pretending to be many guys. He has one site that clearly pretends to be many pages, but it's vapid. It's got nothing on it. If you go to his old site, you see that all he does is upload other people's memes. That's all he does. Folks, this is one lonely, dumb anti-Semite who's trying to make a living on anti-Semitism. That's his job. He's trying to do press hits so that he's trying to do press stunts so he gets press hits so he sells whatever he's selling on his site. This guy is not a threat. He is not a threat. He does not have the knowledge. He does not have any knowledge. There's no knowledge on this site. All he is publishing other people's stuff. And most of that stuff is all vapid anyways, but that's not the point. The point is that this guy who is standing in front of the Jews shouting at them really is as vapid as he looks. He's trying to make a living, but he doesn't know how. So he has this fake site up. How do we know he's not more than one person? Because the second person would fix the site. A person wouldn't do this. This is a fake site. This is a kloosh site. It's a site to make it look like he's an org when he's not an org. He's just a guy. There's a lot of people in this country, and there's a lot of sick people in this country, and this guy is obviously one of them. You know, these Jewish organizations, they all react to this. When this guy does something, the Jewish organizations benefit, right? They get all the pity, they get all the donations. He is helping the Jews by doing this, all right? He definitely is. Because he's making himself look like a bigger threat when he's not a threat at all. I guess I just wanted to do a little research here and bring some light onto the apparent scam that is going on over at Goyim Defense League. So rest easy, Jewish people. This is just one stupid guy with an attitude and a lot of extra time on his hands. It's not a national organization. It's not a league. It's not a legion. It's not a group. It's not an organization. It's a dude. It's a dude with a very small following, and they're all stupid. Not a cause for concern. So, if you learned something in this video, if I taught you something, if I enlightened you in any way, I did put some effort into this video. I did go and listen to all that stuff. So if you would like and subscribe, that would be great, because I'm trying to build this channel. Hey, I want to show you something before you go. Hey, thanks for staying till the end, because I know a lot of people are gone by now, but I want to show you something, okay? Folks, fuckthejews.com has more subscribers than me, okay? Fuckthejews.com has more subscribers than me. If you're watching this and you're not a subscriber, do you want me to have fewer subscribers than fuckthejews.com? Do you think I should have fewer subscribers than fuckthejews.com? Or do you think you should subscribe?